Hi there. I just spent 20 minutes recording content for this video, only to find out that my microphone wasn't on and I'm about to lose my mind. Hi! Next week is Extra Life, 1 week from today. I probably should have let you know sooner, but I didn't. Sorry. Extra Life. What is that? That is a charity gaming marathon where people across the country or possibly across the world, I'm not actually sure, play video games, board games, other games, people play games in order to raise money for children's hospitals. In my case, I raise money for Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare out of St. Paul. I have been for 8 years. I still can't actually say their name correctly for some reason, but I'm pleased to support them. They do great work, and it's good all around. This is, in fact, the 15th anniversary year of Extra Life, as I understand it. 15 years since they first got started, and in honor of that, I am doing nothing. I'm afraid I'm doing exactly the same live stream as I always do. Oh well. So, what's it going to look like? Basically, next week, Saturday, November 4th, starting at 8 a.m. CST, and going until Sunday, November 5th at 8 a.m. CDT, because daylight saving time kicks in, see there. So it's actually 25 hours long. I will be doing a live stream on my YouTube channel, and during the course of that, well, here, this is basically how the format's going to be. It's going to be split into 3 chunks, because otherwise, A, YouTube destroys your archives, and B, I will never stand up from my chair and will accordingly die. So it's going to be split into 3 chunks. Chunk 1 will start at 8 a.m. and go roughly 8-9 hours. And for that, I'll mostly be flying solo. And I'm planning on starting with the game Strange Horticulture, which is apparently like a mystery solving game that also involves like identifying plants, botanist stuff. I don't know. It may not sound that compelling of a pitch, but I hear it's extremely good. So I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. And I'm also planning on throwing in some games that I've had for a long time, but never actually have gotten around to trying. For example, Dead Cells is one that I'm planning on pulling out. And also, there's one called The Messenger, which I'd certainly like to try. These are games that are long enough where there's no way I'm going to fit the entirety of them into the stream, but that's just kind of the nature of the stream. What else? I've got a game called Neon White I've been itching to try for a while. That came out, I think, 2 years ago at this point. I'm just getting more and more behind. And I don't know, there's a couple in there like Everhood and Lost in Random, which strike me as interesting, but I also just haven't figured out a time to get my hands on them. So things like that, I'll probably bring in some of that. I'm not sure exactly what specifically, but that'll be for the first 8 hours roughly. Then I'll take a short break. We'll come back. The next section will start probably around 4 or 5 p.m. And we'll start out, my sibling is going to be coming over and we're going to do some local multiplayer. I believe we're going to try the game Kiwi. We've also thought about trying the We Were Here series, which does involve having 2 computers and you can't look at each other's screens. So I don't know exactly how we're going to work that out, but it's a neat idea. I'd like to try it if possible. Puzzle solving games, that's what those are, by the way. Let's see. Then that'll go for a few hours, and then usually 7 or 8 o'clock we switch over to doing Jackbox games for a while, at which point people in the audience can join in, participate as well. That's usually a good time. Right, so we'll play Jackbox for a few hours, and then when we get to about midnight, I'm going to take another break, and then we'll start up the third segment of the stream. And the third one will start off with horror games. Now, I have kind of an abundance of options for horror games this year. There's a lot of really good ones that came out recently that I'd really love to try, and I don't know exactly which ones I'm going to get to during Extra Life, but basically I've got this huge swath of them here. So we got World of Horror, which is apparently a horror roguelike based off of, what was it? Like, it's got some Lovecraftian elements and also like Junji Ito style elements. So it's actually not that long to play through, but it has a lot of permutations, like not infinite, but like tons of different ways things could go. So I might try that out. We got Signalis, which is one that came out last year and gets compared favorably both to Silent Hill and Resident Evil. So like in terms of the atmosphere of it, it looks really neat. And then there's one called Homebody, which has been called the Outer Wilds of horror games. I don't know much about it, but I hear you're not supposed to know much about it going into it, and that one looks really good too. And then, what was it? Oh yeah, there's one called Slay the Princess that just came out. It's apparently really well written. The voice acting is just like top grade. Very disturbing, as I understand it. But I mean, it's not strictly speaking a horror game, that one. I don't know. It's got some horror elements for sure, but that's not the only deal it's got going on. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to be bringing out, but some of those will probably make an appearance, at least one, for sure. All right? Okay. Horror will go on as long as I can actually stand to have horror go on. And once I'm done, then it's just basically whatever I can use to keep myself awake for the last few hours of the marathon. In this particular year, I'm guessing Mario Wonder will come out because that just came out. I haven't tried it, and I know Mario games are super great for keeping me awake when I'm dead tired. And also, if nothing else, I do have Suika game. I could probably play Suika game for a very long time. I just don't know how interesting that would be to watch. So, we'll make it 25 hours. At the end of the 25 hours, so this is at 8 a.m. on Sunday, November 5th, I will then, okay, we're going a quick loop around. See, I'm going back to the whole concept here. It's a charity fundraiser, right? I've set an initial goal of $2,000. Last year, we actually raised $4,100 something. It was incredible. We raised an immense amount of money. It was super good. But we're starting with an initial goal of $2,000, which is still quite a lot of money, but we're already nearly halfway there as I record this video. We've got 970 raised, and I haven't even advertised the event much. But anyway, once I'm done with the 25 hours of streaming at 8 a.m. on the 5th, I will then go back to that fundraising page on Extra Life. I will see how much we've raised at that point, and I will take an additional 10% and put it in on top of it. So if we make exactly that $2,000 goal as set, then I will add another $200 on top of it, and so forth. Basically, however much we make, 10% more will go in there. That's just an additional incentive that I've been doing the last couple of years. I'm pretty pleased with how it turns out. So that's the deal. If you're interested in donating, I've got a page on Extra Life, which is extra-life.org/participant/SharkyBreath. I'm pretty sure it goes to me. I'll have a link in the description, so just go in there and click that rather than trying to type out what I'm saying. It's way less awkward. If you're not comfortable donating or unable to do so, don't sweat it at all. If you still would like to help, please share this particular video or my Extra Life page link around. Either one of those, that'd be great. The more people we get in front of, the better off we'll be. And if nothing else, if you've got the time, please stop by during the live stream. I'll be streaming for 25 hours, and I'm a 40 years old man, so it's actually really hard for me to do that these days. I kind of like sleeping these days, which wasn't always the case, but the body, it is frail. And so if you'd be willing to stop by, say hello, see how I'm doing, encourage me on, that would be just lovely, and I'd very much appreciate it. So, in summary, Saturday, November 4th, 8 a.m. CST until Sunday, November 5th, 8 a.m. CDT, live stream, Extra Life Charity Marathon live stream. I'll be here. It'll be here at my YouTube channel. I realize now you could be watching this on my Extra Life page. My YouTube channel is also SharkyBreath. It's SharkyBreath. That's my channel name. It'll be there. You can also watch it on the Extra Life page. I'll have it embedded if that's what you prefer. Feel free. That'd be great too. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So hopefully I will see you next week.